Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Sit Your Axe Down. I'm Kyle. It's Lucas next to me as always. This is episode 8, and we are live Monday morning after the festivities at Ironside from our hotel, the Extended Stay America. Lucas has the biggest hotel room on the planet.
Not by purchase price, just by their weird layout.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's like an odd space where they just had room to put
Yeah,
a bunch of extra
I
stuff.
don't think they could put two because of like where the water was or where the elevator is or something. So, this is like a.
What's interesting is on the map,
It's huge.
there's a room, I think, on the end, like in that middle T, that visually looks like it's 4 times the size of this.
Oh dang! I didn't see that one. Yeah, I think this is probably almost 2,000 square feet, maybe, give or take. Like if you count that closet and the bathroom and
it's
the
got to
other
be
closet.
really close. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like much bigger than our RV from last episode.
Oh, yeah, significantly.
Yeah, not as many beds though. This only has. It probably sleeps about the same as the RV.
It would sleep half the tournament if we had air mattresses.
Same amount of bathrooms, same amount of kitchens. I mean, essentially the RV is the same.
Yeah, basically.
Except for we can't drive this.
That's very true. Very true. No, but it is walking distance still from
Yes, from
the venue. But
Ironside venue.
this is the first year I didn't walk any of the distances. I drove every time.
I did walk a few times, being in the first bracket.
Yep.
It wasn't too bad. There's a really weird sidewalk that makes no sense. But otherwise, it worked.
Yeah.
Walking.
All right, so to start off, why don't we do the dad water stuff first, since we normally talk about like something non-accident related. So, as we mentioned in the last episode, when we had the mom waters on the table, Murderers Row is now signed the contract with Dad Water as one of our largest sponsors to date. Actually, it is our largest sponsor to date. But yeah, they just released their website, socials, and like what the drinks are going to be.
Yeah.
So, cool.
We were really hoping. I was really hoping they were going to name one of them after me, but didn't work out. Maybe some of their next releases will be.
Yeah, I feel like the mom water, even though I think they still use that same process, like they're kind of named after people they know. They had some names in there that were like kind of funny names when it comes to like whenever you say like someone's a Karen or listen Linda or stuff like that, those names were in there, but not so much with the men's. Like normally you would think like Brad. What's another one?
Well, Kyle
gets
is like a
mentioned
thing.
too,
Yeah. So I don't know. It'd be interesting.
Brian's, I think. Dan Cook had a funny thing about Brian's at one point.
Instead, they landed on Tom, Steve, Rodney, and Gary.
Gary got tagged in one of the posts. The Gary that it's named after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so each one also has a theme too. So like Tom, which is the lime or the green can, like looking at the design of the can, it kind of looks like when someone mows their grass and they really try hard to get the designs in the grass. So that's kind of the grass mowing dad. That's the only one that I really know. I think Steve might be like the pool shark dad.
I don't know. The Rodney one is orange and white.
Rodney, I believe, was the mechanic.
So that looks kind of like a road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a picture of the other two. I can't find it on here, but I was just looking at the about because
I'll pull up the social post.
his name is the owner's name is Tom, right?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
Nope.
thought it
Owner is
was.
Bryce.
No Bryce? Man. It's unfortunate.
All right, let's see here. So we've got Tom, which is the mowing. Rodney, which is the mechanic. We've got Steve. Right, Steve. Steve. Where's Steve? Yep, Steve is the
I don't know what that. I don't
pool,
know what those
the fun
themes
dad, and then the Gary is the musician dad. So Tom is lime and tequila. Rodney is blood orange and tequila. Steve is grapefruit and tequila. And Gary is the spicy one, pineapple, jalapeno, and tequila. That's probably the only one I won't try. Because I'm not a fan of jalapeno. Sorry, Gary.
I like jalapeno flavored food. I'm just not sure about. I don't like spicy.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I don't know if
drinks.
it maybe be spicy.
Nah, it
because
is.
the pineapple will.
No.
You think so?
Yeah. Any spicy drink that Jenna loves spicy stuff, and it's just gross. I don't know how she drinks it. But hopefully.
Yeah, lime, the blood orange probably. I'm thinking the blood orange is going to be my favorite.
I think the official date for launch is coming up in a week or two.
I think so. Yep.
So.
Yep, I think July is going to be the official launch. Hopefully we can get some stuff out to PLS in Virginia Beach.
Yep.
So be on the lookout for that. We'll tag down below in the description where you can find the Dadwater socials and websites and where you can hopefully find it in a city near you. So be on the lookout for that. And
yeah, you can sign up to get a notification
yeah.
for when it is in your state. So
yeah, and then hopefully we can start getting them at tournaments and getting them in your guys' hands at some point or another, and we'll
soon, very
soon. So
hopefully have some at PLS. We'll see how it goes, but that's the goal.
Yeah, worst case, Titantown.
Yep. But speaking of PLS, we are getting close to our minimum for our $21,250 prize pool. So if you haven't signed up yet,
sign up.
Yeah. Don't have anything clever to say there. Just sign up.
Yeah, we've seen a lot. We have had a lot of comments on our posts regarding the amateur tournaments is not giving enough notice. Maybe, some of that I think is our fault for maybe not highlighting that there was an amateur tournament early on.
Yeah.
So we apologize for that. We'll make sure we highlight those a little better in the future. But if you're listening to the podcast, hopefully you
already
knew about that.
Yeah. But we, so we still have some room in the amateur tournament. Some great deals also for hotels if you're in the group, and or follow our page, Pro League Series, on Facebook. We've been posting about those. So, if you're still looking for another really nice thing is that essentially a Pro League Series, we typically have time to actually do things. So it could very easily be a vacation in Virginia Beach with a little bit of throwing as well.
Sure.
We don't start till late on Friday in the afternoon. Usually not done super late, so still time to go get dinner and do things. Same thing goes for Saturday. We normally don't finish super late, so time to hang out and do some stuff. And then Sunday, kind of the same thing. We end fairly early, and so some time to go to the beach, go get some food, etc., and see what else Virginia Beach has to offer other than axe throwing. So that's one of the perks. One of the things that we really like to do at PLS is try to be cognizant of the time spent in the venue. As much as we like being in the venue and everything, we also like to, if we're going to travel to these cities, maybe get to spend a little bit of time in them. So, yeah, there will be time for other things if you're thinking about coming to Virginia Beach and going to be sad you're going to miss the beach. Well, there'll be time.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. What else was... Shoot, my brain just went blank. I had something I was going to say. Oh, last I checked, too, I think flights, at least through Southwest, are still fairly affordable. They're not crazy expensive yet.
Yeah.
But they will be approaching that very soon.
Yeah, you might have to get in your car and drive.
Yep.
If you don't purchase soon. But, so PLS coming up. It's in about 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't signed up,
sign up now. Check below. We'll have the link in the description. So.
Yeah, and if you have any questions or if this is your first time listening and you haven't heard of the amateur tournament, you haven't seen the posts, this is one of the first, if not the first, amateur tournament that has happened, where there's also a pro tournament happening at the same time, essentially, on the same weekend. So the way the amateur tournament is going to work, $75, sign up. And if you are, I think we did top 4 from that, then you're going to make it into the pro bracket as well. So it's a great opportunity for those that feel like, they only ever go 0-2 or 1-2 at a tournament and, feel like they, would like to compete against people of a similar skill level, and maybe not always have to play those pros, quote unquote pros. So yeah, this is a great opportunity for that. And so hopefully, a few more of you are interested in something like that and sign up. So we'll see how it goes. We're hopeful that we can do another amateur tournament at our next event as well.
Yep.
And we'll hopefully have more information about that soon.
Yeah,
so,
we got a couple things in the works where hopefully we can get those announcements made soon. And then if you are a venue owner or if you throw at a venue and you know the owner, keep an eye out. We're going to be posting for 2024 host venues, kind of a call out with the job form that you can fill out, basically giving us an idea of what, one, that you're interested in hosting, and two, kind of a rundown of questions that we're looking for out of venues so that we can make sure that, one, there's enough lanes for us to be able to do everything that we're trying to do. Two, there's enough space outside of the lanes for people to be comfortable inside the venue. And just other things you might have as well that to offer. So be on the lookout for that. We want to try to get that posted very soon so that we can get it all ready to go before January.
Yeah, we're going to try to have all of our locations locked down for next year, before next year. So we'll see how that goes. We have a couple of venues that have been interested, but we want to see if there's any other options. People that are out there that if you think your venue would be good, talk to them about it, have them fill it out. And yeah, let's bring a PLS to your venue.
Yeah.
But we're at Ironside. We want to talk about it first or Ragnarok?
I'd say Ragnarok. Let's get that one.
All right. So Ragnarok was 3 weeks ago-ish. Something like that. Kyle didn't make it. But I was on a lengthy road trip. Went from Aberdeen to Wisconsin to Saginaw, I think is what it was. Saginaw, Michigan. To Ragnarok. And great venue. Coolest looking floor that I've seen at a venue. They had it all like epoxy coated with the chips, and then they had vinyl down and tape for every line telling you what the distance was and the discipline that you would throw from there, and just a couple of nice little touches like that. They had a whole nother like suite next door that was just, seating and some cheesecake and a little concession stand. And it was good, plenty of room. Everybody did try to pack in on the big axe and knife thing, so wasn't a lot of room in the middle there, but plenty of room for everybody to be there. They also had some targets outside for some practice. So it overall went very smoothly, I think. No issues or anything like that. It was good. They had some on-site laser engraving as well, so I think a couple of people got some stuff made. Second largest trophies.
Who won the things?
I won knives and big axe and hatchet.
Oh.
And John and Tyler won duels.
Nice.
So Flow Bros took duels. It was a overall good weekend. We did something else while we were there, though. I was trying to think. We went disc golfing. Not once, but twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Your arm didn't hurt?
Not as bad as I thought. I've been trying to play a little bit more so that it doesn't get sore.
Sure.
So it worked out. No major injuries or anything. Just out there throwing a couple of discs, and we were playing like a what's it called when you play like best ball?
Scramble.
Yeah, we were playing like a scramble though. So whoever threw the best disc, we were all throwing from there.
Nice.
On our team, so we made teams, and got a couple of people to go for their first time. It was good.
Nice.
But then that brings us to Ironside.
Yep.
So Ironside just happened this weekend. I think it was their fifth.
5 years of heat.
Yeah, so their fifth tournament, fifth Ironside.
Man, can't get my throat clear.
It was very similar to previous years.
Mm-hmm.
For anybody that's been to Ironside, they had, some good little grab bags. They had T-shirts and some vendors set up, massage therapist in the lobby. This year they did have a production company from the same company I think that does, if anybody's ever seen, is it called Battle Axes or Bustin' Axe?
I think Battle Axes might be the name that they call the show, but it's Bustin' Axe.
Yeah, Bustin' Axe is the venue.
I want to...
I'm pretty sure it says Battle Axe on the thing.
Ooh, I hope I don't do anything with that mouse. I clicked that button. I think that they're in Dubuque.
Either way, they were here shooting some stuff. They only were doing hatchet, which is disappointing for me because that's the one thing I didn't
they're
win.
in Dubuque, Iowa. So. But I think I'm excited to see that.
Yeah.
A little disappointed I didn't get
on that lane.
Yeah, no, I was on that lane.
Oh.
And they never grabbed us afterwards to do the thing.
Oh, well, you were supposed to just go do it if you were on that lane.
Oh, yeah. Nobody told me that.
Way to go.
I just saw that guy come over and grab like everybody who was on.
Oh, no, they didn't. I'd already thrown on it like 4 times before they were like, hey, we just realized you haven't done it yet. Are you going to do it? And I was like, yeah, I'll go out there like later.
Yeah, I didn't. I had no clue. I just assumed they were going to grab us if they wanted us. I know they were making a list and stuff like that, and so.
Yeah, they tried to keep up with the list, I think, to make it just a little easier. But yeah, so that'll be a cool episode from them. Little broadcast action. So the hatchet winner from the weekend getting his first, as far as I know, big win, Thaddeus Shipley.
Yeah. Congrats, Thaddeus.
Yeah, congrats to Thaddeus.
Threw well all weekend. So.
Yeah. He also got second place in duels, along with Wes Powell. And Wes Powell also finished top 3 in Big X.
Yep.
So congrats to them coming from the Denver area. I think they both still throw out a primal.
Correct.
So congrats to them. I was able to take the win in the other disciplines this weekend. So with Hayden and duels. So
Yeah, it was a good weekend. I enjoyed Ironside again.
it was
Only
it was a good weekend.
only issue, which is bound to happen when you have a giant tournament, is sometimes when you put that many people in a room,
The air conditioning just can't keep up.
body heat. Not to mention this weekend, I think was one of the hottest weekends of the year so far across the Midwest, and produced several terrible storms yesterday because of temperature change. So cold front pushed through, but it was hot, especially on Hatchet Day.
Really, only on Hatchet Day that I noticed.
Hatchet Day was definitely the worst. It was the day that it really affected. I think it affected a lot of people. I went back and I looked. Your bullseye percentage was not affected that bad. It was not that bad.
But everybody else's stats.
Mine. I mean, there was a lot of people's statistics that were lower. At least bullseye percentages were lower. 5s were maybe a little higher, and 4s were a little higher because when it gets that sticky, it's hard to control the axe, hard to release the axe when you want it to, and if it sticks in your hand, a lot of times it's going to drop. And then if you put too much powder on, or if you dry your hands off too much, then you overcompensate on the release and you sail it. So kind of annoying, but it happens, and everyone had to deal with it. And but I tell you what, duels yesterday was a night and day difference. But it was also like 75 degrees most of the day.
Yeah.
And so that helps when it's not 95 and there's 150 people in the room. So, yeah.
But our favorite part of coming to Des Moines still lived up to the hype.
Still my favorite part, even though my body hates me for it today. Although it's not as bad as I thought. Last night was horrible.
I think
Last night I sat down.
bruised my heel.
My legs forgot to work.
We went to Smash Park. So for those that haven't played,
you know how I said something about my thumb?
It's
like bruised.
Right you have like a blisterish looking thing. Smash Park. They have food, beverage, full bar. They got one. They have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like six pickleball courts.
Yeah, 6 indoor pickleball, and then they have. I think there was 4 outdoor.
Oh.
No. I'm sorry. It was 2 outdoor, and then there was like bocce ball on the side.
Yeah. So I don't know. They have a handful of pickleball courts though. So we rented some courts, rented some paddles and balls, and we played pickleball for 3 hours, almost basically nonstop.
Yeah, it was a
lot of people were there. The whole Texas crew, a lot of people from the Denver crew.
Mm-hmm. There's some Ironside. Saw Josiah.
A couple of Ironside.
Actually,
people,
speaking of that, congrats to.
Josiah.
To Josiah too. I mean, Lucas ultimately won knives, but Josiah destroyed almost everybody. I mean, everybody except for Lucas. I mean, he did spectacular. Congrats to Josiah. He got his
knife bid officially.
Knife bid, yeah. So yeah, good job, Josiah. But yeah, I saw Josiah and Katarina Wiederholt. I hope I said that right.
Close enough.
But yeah, saw them there. So I know that some of the local Ironside crew was there as well.
Yeah, I don't know if they had all been before or not, but
yeah.
Seemed like everybody had a good time. A couple of injuries, purely cosmetic for the most part, but some people fell, going hard, going 110%.
Commitment.
Gotta have it. Hayden, myself, and Kyle, we were playing a very different version of pickleball where basically
like constant rotation.
You had to hand off. We only had 2 paddles, and we were all 3 on a team, so you had to hand
I felt like
the
it was
off.
like I didn't play basketball when I was younger. I was, I wrestled and stuff like that, but I do remember when I was a little bit younger and we did do basketball, we did like this 3-man weave passing drill. And that's what I felt like we were doing with pickleball. It was just like one of us would hit and we'd just be constantly weaving, and that's if I remembered to turn around and like look for somebody, and because it worked once. I felt like it was constantly getting hit to the other person.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, it would pop back to the same person, and you're just like, "Oh shoot, I should hit it again."
Yeah. So that was probably what made us the most tired. By far, a lot more running than we would have done if we were just playing normal pickleball.
Oh sure.
It was basically playing pickleball by yourself, but just not hitting it every time.
Yep.
And then an added-in variable of having to get the paddle from the other person. But it was cool. Had a great time there. And now I am headed off to St. Louis for a youth coaching camp that is happening at Riverbend.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm excited.
Myself and
Dylan
will be there. I'm sure Dan Brian Nilsson will be there. So looking forward to that, but that's where I'm headed from here.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear more about that afterwards. So
Yeah.
we'll do an episode in between since we haven't done one of those in a while, and we'll find out more about that. And yeah, that'll be exciting. Yeah, I got a long drive to St. Louis to drop Lucas's bags off. Yeah, because he can't get off midway and get his bags.
Yeah, so Southwest, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry, but I'm not taking the full trip. I'm staying in St. Louis during the layover. I'm sure Southwest listens to these.
Yeah. And then I gotta drive another 3 hours home, so it's gonna be a long.
It's not that far out of his way. It's not like.
Oh no, it's not. It's not out of the way at all.
Okay.
No,
don't let him act like he's just like driving my bags by themselves.
No, he's paying me. Don't let him.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. He's not. No, it's an 8.5-ish hour drive. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's probably gonna be 9.5. Just because I'm gonna need to.
I want to go down on a limb and say you're probably going to get there about the same time as me, based upon this.
As sore as I'd say I'm not right now. As soon as I get in the car and start driving, it's like everything's going to start to get stiff again. Like last night, we got back and I was ready to do this last night.
Yeah.
And then I sat down in one of the bar stools in our little kitchen area, and I tried to stand up and almost fell out of the chair.
Didn't
I was
work
like,
out.
oh my God, my legs just don't work. And then about that time you were like, that's not going to happen.
No. Yeah, it's not happening. All right. So I did have a couple of people reach out and they wanted to know more about the cost analysis for the RV versus just staying in a hotel and driving a regular car or flying, I guess. So specifically for the Aberdeen tournament, I don't have down to the dollar amounts, but I know for sure that it was less expensive the way we did it than to fly directly into Aberdeen and get a hotel for each of the three couples, or get 3 rooms basically. Probably the RV essentially. I know Amanda didn't end up getting to come, but if
it
we would have
been
had,
even cheaper if we had if 2 of the couples split a room and one other, if Amanda had come or if I got my own room, it would have still been cheaper, I think, getting 2 hotel rooms.
But you think the RV was still cheaper, or you think the hotel rooms would have been then cheaper?
No, the RV. Was still cheaper.
It was going to be really close to that price.
Yeah, because it was going to be roughly, if to do a hotel, it was going to be roughly just under $400 a room.
Yeah,
and then on top of that, flying in, you could only really fly in Delta. That airport.
That airport actually was smaller than this hotel room.
Absolutely smaller than this hotel
Yeah.
room. Yes, like you walked into the airport and
You were in
literally,
security.
like you walk in one set of automatic doors. There's an airlock, and the next one opens up, and you put your bags right on the X-ray machine. And there's like TSA was like sitting on a couch, like this couch.
Just hanging
like,
out.
just waiting for
People to show up.
like the next 4 people to jump on an airplane.
Yeah,
but it was
so-
only Delta, and I think tickets were somewhere in the ballpark of $800.
Yeah, I think Tyler said 700 something for
Yeah.
his tickets. So, I mean, specifically for this tournament for Aberdeen that we had the RV for, we all flew into or drove to Milwaukee. Is that right? And then
No, Minneapolis.
Oh, sorry, Minneapolis. Yeah, and then we went to a baseball game, and then we drove the rest of the way. So I think overall, after paying for the mileage and the RV, it was definitely less expensive. I would like to. I'll try to get exact numbers and everything for the next episode, but that was a question somebody had asked and wanted to kind of touch on it a little bit, but definitely ended up saving us money to do it that way, and it was a little bit more fun. It was
Sure.
a little bit more of an adventure than just flying and driving normal. And at times it was, a little more comfortable. Could take a nap, could lay down, could, had a full fridge in there, cold drinks. We did cook a little bit of food in the oven. It was
little like bites.
Yeah, it was good though. I would do it
Take
again
a dirt,
if
taking a
there's an
dirt
option.
track race, all that stuff.
Oh yeah, all of those things that we got to do.
Things that happen at a fairgrounds.
Yeah. So Jenna just got up in here, and she looks like as much as we were saying we're not very sore, I think she might be a little bit sore from the pickleball. She didn't seem to be walking very very strongly.
I couldn't see the computer. I mean, I
No.
could see her walk by, but I couldn't.
No, she looked like she had a broken leg.
That's what I looked like at like 3 o'clock in the morning when I woke up for a few minutes and I was like rolled out of bed, about hit the floor.
I know for sure that I was extra tired because I never sleep in a shirt,
Yeah.
and I slept all night. I fell asleep and just never took my shirt off. And I never, ever do that. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know the last time that I slept in a bed and slept the whole night and didn't wake up and have to take it off. So it definitely was tiring. That combined with the long hatchet day, I think those finally caught up to me, and last night was a good solid sleep.
Yeah.
And didn't have to get up to be in the first bracket again like I had been.
That's right.
So that was nice. Oh, we got to eat at Eggs and Jam too. That's another
Yeah, that
thing
place
that we
place
like
is
to do.
one of the coolest breakfast / brunch places in any of the cities we've been to. They've got like that. If you're a Sirius XM listener, like if you've ever flipped over to the channel Sirius XM Fly, I guess it'd be like Fly 90s / 2K, but early hip hop and kind of rap vibes and
Yeah. A lot of hip hop and rap references and things. They've got like Ludacris.
Luda Biscuits.
Yeah, they got
Yo Homes to Bel Air was what I got. So
Yeah, they have a
Fresh
bunch
Prince
of-
vibe and
a bunch of 90s hip hop and rap references in their menu, and then
the music
inside
that
they've got
plays and
stuff. Yeah, the music that was being played.
the murals
cool.
and artwork inside is very, very well done, and
I don't think I've eaten anything bad there.
No.
Everything's been good, so
it's been very good.
probably go back again if I'm in the Des Moines area again. We'll see.
For sure.
Yeah, was there anything else that we were talking about touching on?
I don't know. I feel like it went very quick.
Yeah. Oh, we did have Melee too. I forgot that was on Friday.
Yeah, Melee. Man, yeah, what a disappointment, man. I tell you what. We're in the process of getting our jerseys done because we
were just
were
waiting
trying to
get
find
the Dad Water stuff.
Trying to find our, the type of jersey we wanted, and then getting that dialed in, and then we knew we were going to be signing this contract with Dad Water, and there's another one that we've got that we can probably talk about here soon too, but trying to get all that stuff dialed in, and so I had some shirts made for Ironside. Ordered them.
We should get them just in time
2 weeks.
before
2
he
weeks,
leaves.
in advance. No problem ever before getting them on time. When I've ordered them this far out, normally I'm like, shoot, I'm ordering them the week before, and sure, then that's a problem. But 2 weeks, never had an issue, and it sure enough, wherever they were getting them made, drug their feet. And they didn't ship out in time, and then so they were going to ship to my house and be there on Thursday. And I jump in, change the shipping, pay more for the shipping, which sucks because it was going to go less of a distance, technically. Their website didn't update at all, which was extremely annoying. But ultimately, they were supposed to show up Saturday after the fact, which that didn't happen. And then
They're going to be here today.
We're going to be here yesterday, but now they're going to be here today, and hopefully, maybe they're already here because it was supposed to be 10:20 a.m. to 2:20.
He's going to check. They're not here. But anyway, so Melee happens. We didn't have our shirts, whatever. No big deal. We both got to coach a little bit for the Wizards team, which was fun. And then probably, Melee was Melee. Stuff happened. People won. I don't know the records or anything. But the best thing by far to happen was that
we learned about
Everson's
wanting a dog.
Alex Everson and wife, kids, they were here. They, we were getting to kind of hang out with them a little bit, and we found out that Riley, their daughter, really wanted a new dog, another dog. They have a golden doodle now, and they were wanting a new dog, and we found that out. She was throwing on the Wizards team, and we were in between games, and we were like, she threw against me in one game because we played them as well. And when we were playing, she accidentally hit a kill shot.
No, she called it. I heard her.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she smoked it.
She accidentally hit a kill shot, and we counted it. No big deal. But then we were like, all right, she's obviously going to throw again. So we wrote up a little contract that just said, if I hit another kill shot, then I get a new puppy. And
X-line.
We gave it to... We had her take it over to her dad, and
Jesse, I'm sure, is going to post the picture at some point. It's such a good picture. He does such a good job of catching those moments. But
she signed it, she took it over. He signed it. He signed it as dad, so it's official.
That's right.
And then, sure enough, I guess 3 games later, because it was during duels, she throws the first one, sticks it. A 2 or a 3 or something, drops the next 2. So then it's throw 4. I'm like, you guys gonna go for kill shots? I'm like, all right, just scoot up just a little bit, because the way she'd been throwing needed that. So she scooted up a little bit, and they both hit the kill shot. And she hit it square down the middle, basically. And the excitement, I've never been more excited for somebody to hit a kill shot than I was right then, for sure. So from what I understand, not only are they getting a puppy now, but they already had it picked out. The mom was showing, I can't remember his wife's name right now, but she showed me pictures on the website of the one that they wanted. They already had a name picked out. I think its name is going to be
Duke.
Yeah. Maverick is their other one now, and so this is going to be Duke, and I think they'll probably get it this week. So we'll try to get some follow up information on that if we remember. But that was a cool thing to come out of the youth team.
Yeah, I think the
Wizards.
only bad thing was I think the other young. I think it was it one of
Hangman's kids.
Hulls.
Yeah,
Jordan
mm-hmm.
Hulls. Yep.
He thought he
I
was
think
getting
he
a
thought
puppy
he was
too.
getting a puppy too. So
he might have to break
sorry,
that
Jordan,
news to him.
if you got a bunch of questions about getting a puppy, but yeah, it was cool, and I'm very excited to see what Jazzy's pictures, because yeah, like I said, he does such a good job of catching those moments, and
yeah, and then that also reminds me, we did forget there was a youth tournament yesterday before duels.
Oh yeah.
And we had they just did single elimination. So there were 2 people tied for third, Ella and I can't remember.
One of the Lawson.
Yeah, I can't
kids?
remember. Can't
Their
remember.
Oldest boy, I think.
Yes. But so Ella tied for third. Second place was Liam, and first place was Chase Sawich.
Yep.
So congrats to them for
yeah, that's one of the things
tournament.
Ironside always does, that free youth tournament, which is really cool.
Yeah.
You know, they have a large amount of
youth throwers and
youth throwers. They're league members. They've got a lot of league members who have kids, and so their kids get involved, and that's really cool.
yeah, it's fun to watch. Fun to see how they do in those types of things. So just didn't want to forget about that and not highlight it. So
Yeah.
but I think that pretty much covers everything
think so
from the
too.
weekend. Looking forward to PLS, being at the beach. Maybe we can figure out how to do our podcast on the beach. Probably not.
We'd need a generator.
That's okay. Or an extension cord. With enough extension cords, you can do anything.
That's right.
So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll probably do it in the venue there, depending upon what time we finish things. Maybe we could do it Thursday.
That would be good. Yeah.
Early, which doesn't give us a lot to talk about, but is usually the easiest time for us to have time. So we'll see how it goes. I'll be able to at least talk about the kids' camp and stuff like that. So, all right, we're gonna sign off.
Yeah, we got about 19 minutes before checkout, so
Yeah, we should probably pack
be
up.
good
I
to
guess.
get packed up, and that way we can.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna call down there and tell them we need a late checkout.
Yeah, I doubt there's a ton of people barging in on a Monday afternoon in Des Moines. So
They're gonna be okay.
but yeah, we'll maybe we'll do a little in between episode here, just because there is kind of an axe throwing event next weekend in Wisconsin, but not the traditional one.
Yeah.
The Depke wedding. So
Yeah. So who knows? There might end up being some throwing or something that happens there. I don't know.
yeah, so there'll be some stuff to talk about in between. So we'll jump on, hopefully get a little in between episode before PLS, and then we'll get a full episode at Tribal. And until then, we'll see you guys later.